you so much for joining with us. We're going to be talking today about the 501 Success and Money Quotes book. This is a brand new book. I just got my physical copies yesterday, and this is a wonderful book that you can share with other people. Now, why quotes? Why quotes? And why did we create it the way we created it? Well, first of all, you can buy this book if you want a hard copy for $4. That's the cost of it. Anything above that, we give that to charity. There might be some shipping. If you have Amazon Prime, it's free to get shipped anywhere in the world. I've been buying them, giving them to friends. It's a wonderful, wonderful book. And here's one of the first copies right here. And I read the whole book last night, the whole book. Now, people are asking me when I give them these books, well, why did you create it that way? What was the system and what you're thinking about it? Well, you'll notice that inside the book, it's very, very different. It's very, very different. We have 101 success stories in there and quotes. It's all by alphabetical. And you'll notice that there's an awful lot of white space. We call this white space. Everybody tries to jam so much stuff down your throat. We don't want it that way. We want this to be a simple, easy book to read when you've got a couple minutes. When you're sitting on, well, I'll tell you, it's a Reader's Digest copy is what it is. And the design is very different. So if you, well, let me put it this way. The vast majority of people who have a phone have watched a video while they've been sitting on the toilet. So you can say this is a potty book. You can also say this is a Reader Digest book. This is a simplification book. The goal is that when you're just sitting around, you got a couple of minutes, you just pop this thing open it to any page, and there's some wonderful quotes on there. Now, why quotes? Well, because that changes how you think. That changes how you think about things. We want you to be able to think about how somebody else thinks. If you want to be successful, get in the mind of someone else. How do these successful people think? Well, they do it usually with thoughts in their head, which are usually quotes. And so I want to take you to the site and show you where you can get your own set right there. So when you come to the Success and Money site right here, you simply go to courses. Okay. Now, when you come down here, you can come down here to the free books and downloads. So you come into courses, then the free books and downloads, and you'll notice that you can download all of these books, the 501 Success and Money Quotes, the 101 Success and Money Book Summaries. And you simply click on it. It creates the PDF, and you can print this at home if you want. You can download it. You can just watch it on your phone. You can spin through things, and you'll notice that, oh my gosh, look at this. We have our students. This book is dedicated. In fact, let me show you the dedication page. We dedicated this book to you. And the dedication is it's dedicated to our students. And these are some of the quotes that have been submitted by our Success and Money Foundation students. And it's a quote. This one's by Benjamin Franklin, and it was submitted by Daryl. And you can see, would you like to be in a best-selling book? Well, guess what? You can. And all you need to do is be able to send us your top quote that you would like. And it can be somebody else's quote, or it can be your quote. And then from there, we're going to put you in the book, so you can be in the book. So as you give the book away, you can say, hey, one of my submissions is in the book itself. And there's a jot form that we can put into the chat to help you do that. But this is how it works, and it's all by design, is that we do this in alphabetical order, and you'll notice that there are 5 quotes. Now, we went through and we've done a lot of research on the people. These are people that I know about. We did a lot of research and surveys with some of our students. And you'll notice that these are these wonderful quotes. I was talking to my nephew, who's 12, and we're playing a game. I gave him some quarters, and for every correct answer he got another quarter. But if he missed it and his mom got it right, then she got the money. And she was talking to him about, one of the quotes was, let them eat cake. Well, what does that mean? Well, that was Marie Antoinette. And of course, all the people were starving in France, but yet in the palace, they were eating cake. And she says, well, just let everybody eat cake. Well, that wasn't available. But you'll notice these are wonderful, wonderful quotes. There's a lot of white space. You want to be able to zip through here and find some great quotes to go through. And then you read them. I read this whole book literally last night. And I read it in the bathtub. As you know, I've had 2 back surgeries. And so I sometimes I need to get in the bath for long periods of time. And I read this whole book last night. And so that's why we designed this book for you, so that it can make a huge difference in your life. We want you to give it away. The way you change your life is to think differently. The way you think differently is you got to have new data put in there. As you drive down the street, there are hundreds of thousands of advertisements. As if you were to drive around and count every time you see an advertisement, billboards, listening to, there's ads, everybody's trying to convince you, a sign saying, come into my office, come into my business. Everybody's trying to get you to come to them. You're being bombarded. Well, when do you get to bombard your brain with successful thoughts? That's why we created the 3 books. And so that's why we want you to give them away, because it'll make a huge difference in other people's lives. That's how you change the way you think. If you want to be successful, study successful people. What do they do? How do they think? What are the quotes that's going on in their heads? And you study them and you do what they do. It's that simple. That's the formula. That's the recipe. That's the model. If you want to bake a cake like grandma, get the recipe and then do it the same way she does it. Well, the same is true for you with what goes into your head. You need good thoughts. You need good things. You need good quotes. You need great things to be thinking about. You should be running these classes in the background subconsciously, getting this data into your brain, getting it into your life. And then it's so much easier to take action, because now you have a model of somebody that's successful. And it's just about adding zeros. Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, billionaires, they're giving their money away, which is wonderful. And that's the model we want to be. But, my dad's 4 days older than Warren Buffett. My dad did not make the kind of money that Buffett has. Very few people have. He was the richest man in the world for quite a while. It's just about zeros and how many zeros that you have. But the most important thing is, do you have a successful life? And Steven Spielberg, there's a wonderful quote about Steven Spielberg, talks about, does success make you happy? And he basically says, no, I'm happy. And that makes me successful. So that's the book. I want you to download it. I want you to give it away. If you want to get some hard copies, just go to Amazon. We're selling them for cost. And you can give these away to friends and family. And, if you want to be in the book, fill out the form and we'll put you in the book, as well as some of our great quotes. This is Tom Painter. Thanks so much for watching. We're going to come right back with a couple more sections. We'll see you back here in just